Good evening. I am Miriam Abdul-Kawi, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. You'll meet a group of business persons stacking and sending containers of hurricane relief supplies to Jamaica. And we'll talk to a woman who's living with Crocs at her doorstep in the wilds of Gungalung. Plus, we'll show you the specialized state-of-the-art sargassum forecasting tool that the Met Office received today. Also, who needs fancy flyers? Who needs big budget television commercials? These days, it's just TikTok, click and zap. We'll show you the new leaders in viral marketing. These stories and much more are ahead on 7 News tonight, so please stay tuned.
Hi, have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing?
So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement? The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder.
It gives you a peace of mind away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted.
If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Boy, Junior, put on your shoes, boy. We're going to Mikado right now.
Again, Granny? What you so now? A tent?
Watch your mouth, boy. The Garifuna Settlement Day sale, November 14th to the 19th. That's 6 full days of savings only the Mikado.
Okay, Gran. What else happened so then?
Child, then got green tag sale. 50% off selected items. And then they got 10 to 20% off store-wide. And that include the new stock that just reached too. They got curtains, cushion covers, home decor, and 3D wallpaper. And it's so pretty, Junior.
Oh, Bim. All right, you do a little shopping then.
Huh, boy, try for me. Grab my purse with a Red Mikado today.
Mikado is celebrating Garifuna heritage with its annual Garifuna Settlement Day sale, embracing community, tradition, and color. Join us from November 14th to the 19th at Mikado, 37 Albert Street, downtown Belize City. Mikado, the textile palace, famous for better prices.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between. each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for a journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
In Toyota, we think that when you trust the timing of your life, life becomes easy to drive. Easy to connect. Easy to start. Easy to make friends. Easy to enjoy. Because if you can trust in a car that's easy to drive, shine, and fit, life is also easy to live, trust, and enjoy. Easy to drive is to live life with the confidence that only Toyota can provide you. New Toyota Raves. Easy to drive, easy to live.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We begin our newscast where tonight Belize's private sector is coming mightily to the aid of Jamaicans whose lives were overturned by the wrath of Hurricane Melissa. So far, 32 people have been confirmed dead as a result of the storm, and the cost of the damages could go as high as $7 billion. Aid is rushing in from all over the region and the world, and thanks to a private sector initiative out of the West, Belize is coming through with containers of relief supplies. The initiative began with a trade linkage to Jamaica weeks before the hurricane, and now these donors are using it to fast-track relief supplies to the island. We found out more today in Spanish Lookout. Our very own Jo Marie Lanza and Elu Yakab report.
It's the first private sector-led Hurricane Melissa relief effort being organized on a large scale here in Belize. And it was all made possible by a fortuitous trade linkage which started just a few weeks ago, before the storm, by the Cayo-based Caribbean Sugar Refinery. Gilbert Canton received a phenomenal response. With just 6 calls, they managed to fill an entire container.
About 3 weeks ago, the Caribbean Sugar Refinery team was in Jamaica establishing a warehousing and logistics supply to ship refined sugar from Belize to Jamaica, as we will be refining sugar with a new refinery starting April, May of next year. So as we were sitting watching this storm hit Jamaica last week Wednesday, we got together on a phone call and said we need to do something. We just established this logistics supply chain and we need to do something, and so let's sponsor a container and see if we can fill it. And I started making phone calls. I made about 6 phone calls. The 6th one was to these gentlemen over here, and the other 5 were to various donors from Belize City and from across Belize, and the response was just phenomenal.
Within days, their container filled with 25,000 meals, 9,000 liters of water, a significant supply of sanitary items, and enough bedding for 34 people. The mostly made in Belize products will go directly to those most in need in Jamaica.
So there is a ministry in Jamaica called Jamaican Relief Ministries. They're working with helping children in Jamaica. So when the storm passed, we contacted them and asked them if there's something we can do for them. So, and they were delighted that Belize was so close logistically. It takes about 2 days to reach for a container to reach from here to there. So we're sending the stuff to them, and we're planning to go there as well to assist in distributing and also assisting the people of Jamaica to get their roofs back on their houses.
The overwhelming response for this effort has been pushed primarily by the churches of Spanish Lookout.
So there are various churches in Spanish Lookout, many of which have donated towards this. It's been a joint effort between several churches here in Spanish Lookout to help fill this container, and as we seek to fill another one, it is still a joint effort as we work together to help those that are suffering in Jamaica.
Again, there was this solidarity to do something over there. So what we were able to do was set up a system that has trusted folks here in Belize. All the donors, we know them, we trust them. And then we have all the folks that we're working with in Jamaica. Jamaica Relief Ministry, Mr. Gilroy Graham, who everybody knows from Grace Kennedy Belize. And so we created a trusted network and system that I think people feel comfortable donating to, and I think that has helped to build the momentum to get this going. We will do it again. There's going to be at least 1 more container, if not 2 more containers that will go, and there will be opportunities for other companies to donate and give to the effort.
Jo Marie Lanza, 7 News.
Donations were made by the companies you see here, as well as national aggregates. Efforts are underway for a second container, which will be focused on roofing material, clothing, and bedding. They have until the 28th of November to send duty-free supplies to Jamaica. Meanwhile, tonight, police are sharing a little more information about the attempted hit on Free Zone businessman Nitin Buksani. It happened at the Mile 8 speed bump at 5:30 on Thursday evening, which is a busy time on the highway. Well, today, the police staff officer held a briefing via Zoom and filled in some of the missing information on this daring attempted murder. Here's more.
This shooting incident resulted in the injury of Nitin Buksani and Rene Arnold. Despite being injured, Arnold, who was the driver of the vehicle, was able to proceed to a medical institution where they both sought treatment.
Are you able to speak about what type of rounds were used? We saw at least 19 markers on the ground.
The scene, which was processed, showed that the shells are related to a 9mm ammunition.
What are the concerns for police in the Belize District, Eastern area, as they see someone from the zone being targeted in what looks like an attempted hit.
The concerns from the police department hinges primarily on the fact that this was a highway. It was around 5:40 p.m. A lot of persons were traveling that area. So certainly it is something that has raised great concern with the police department, and we are pursuing all investigative leads that we have so far discovered in an effort to successfully bring this investigation to a conclusion.
Now, an SPU vehicle was in the area at the same time, and I don't believe it was able to respond due to, just as I'm told, how the traffic was moving, etc. But do you all have any leads on what sort of suspects may be involved? Do you all have any idea if the suspects are from outside the country, or are they local gunmen?
It's an ongoing investigation, and the information will be disclosed as it becomes necessary to do so.
Are you able to speak about the condition of the gentlemen and the report we have received that they remain on a heavy police guard? Actually, police officers working special duty to guard them. Are you able to address that?
Well, certainly I believe there would be some concern and valuable concern on Mr. Boxani's part because he was the target of a shooting incident. And if it is that he has sought protection in that regard, I believe that is what any person who has the means to do so would do.
We'll keep following this story and bring you updates as it develops. And there's much more news ahead tonight, like when we talk to a woman who hasn't been able to come out of her house for days because there are baby crocodiles in her yard. And we'll show you the specialized state-of-the-art sargassum forecasting tool that the Met Office received today. Stay tuned.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Get ready, Belize. The deals are drumming louder than ever at Benny's. On November 18th, for one day only, Benny's is turning up the savings with the Drumming Deals one-day sale event. Find amazing discounts on selected items such as paints, fans, lights, faucets, tiles, and so much more. Plus, get B-Bucks with every purchase. Remember, B-Bucks is free money. So don't miss out. Visit any Benny's location countrywide on Tuesday, November 18th. Drum up some savings this massive season with the Drumming Deals one-day sale event only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with smart supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Are you still circling around the city, searching high and low for a parking spot? Stop wasting time, energy, and, most importantly, costly fuel. Bring your ride to the Downtown Plaza parking lot and park your baby in a safe, dedicated space. No need to risk parking on the streets where your baby can be scratched, dented, or bumped. Downtown Plaza parking lot offers safe, easy, and convenient parking right in the heart of the city. Just head to Albert Street, make a right turn on Bishop Street, and you are there in a secure, worry-free environment. Imagine the peace of mind knowing your car is in a safe spot while you enjoy your day. So, don't delay. Park with confidence at the Downtown Plaza parking lot, where convenience meets safety and peace of mind is guaranteed.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sun Up on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
I'm Randall Friesen and I manage Westville Produce. Better known as Granny's Foods, that's our main brand. So we offer high quality grains, beans, rice, and we also offer corn chips made from 100% locally grown corn. We saw a need for high quality locally produced products. A lot of the best products are being exported, and we said, we need to keep some of the best products here in Belize rather than export everything. Atlantic Bank has helped us achieve our goals by providing the financing for us to be able to launch products faster than we would without the financing that they offer. We find that Atlantic Bank is very customer friendly, especially with small and medium-sized businesses. We find that Atlantic Bank is more than willing to go the extra mile. They try to understand your business, so when we go to Atlantic Bank with a certain need, we find that they try to develop a solution that will meet our specific need. I would encourage any small business owner to go to Atlantic Bank for their financial services. They're very friendly, and just overall, their service is excellent.
This Christmas, get into the joy with Uno. Imagine winning a shiny motorcycle, a brand new TV, a brand new fan, or grocery coupons to make your holiday shopping easier. The surprises keep coming. All you have to do is visit Uno, and for every $25 on fuel, you'll get a coupon. Fill out and participate. Get one coupon for each quart of Uno lubricants or 2 for a gallon. Visit your nearest Uno gas station today. Fill your tank and drive into Christmas cheer with Uno. Uno gas stations.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
This weekend, you can expect to see fewer blue plates on the highways and streets. And that's because the Asset and Utilities Management Unit is shutting off all non-essential government rides at 7 p.m. tonight. Government's car czar, Ashton Longsworth, tells us that this is the first phase where the 50 or so vehicles assigned to 6 ministries, that is 6 ministries and departments, will be remotely shut down at 7 p.m. tonight. Only vehicles specifically authorized for weekend use by the accounting officer will be operational. Longsworth says that they will add new ministries and departments weekly and eventually effecting a government-wide shutdown of all non-essential vehicles every Friday night at 7 p.m. And now we return with one of our top stories. A woman in the Gungalung area says she is a prisoner inside her home since not only is it surrounded by water, but there are crocodiles lurking around her front door. Anna Wallace has been living in her daughter's yard for the past 2 years, but the rains 2 months ago caused a flood that still hasn't receded. And now she's asking for help. Our very own Courtney Menzies has a story.
Anna Wallace has not left her home since Sunday. That's because not only is it surrounded by stagnant water left over from the September rains, but there are crocodiles living in it. This past weekend, she and her daughter, who lives in the house in front of her, noticed a baby croc basking on a cement block directly in front of her door. Now Wallace is asking for help because she's too scared to leave her home.
I afraid, that's why I not come out, and then the water make my toonie hurt me. And then I just want to give me a helping hand, well, for move the water or move the crocodile or something, but I afraid.
How close have you seen the crocodile
right
to your
at my door. Right front of my door, I see it, right there. And with that, I afraid, miss.
How long has the water been here?
The water there for September.
From all of that raining?
Yeah, it come in at my house, it roll out back, and it come in and roll out. Right now, they flush on at the house, but so when another rain come, you want to get in again.
Wallace says that one of the issues is that there's no drainage in her neighborhood, so all the yards around hers are also facing the same problem. However, it has also begun to affect her health.
We don't have no drain. You could say we don't have no drain. Maybe if we make one drain, maybe the water no me want to stay in there. But we don't have no drain. Then you see the neighbors there, then this neighbors, then me, then behind me, all of them need the water. You understand? And the neighbors, they know they go water. We know they go there, one you know they go. Neither everything stayed at one spot. So most naturally, alligator will come in. You have to come in because then water in there, right? So you have to come in. So when I see it at my door, miss, I almost faint away. You hear? I almost faint away because I got what pressure. So my pressure gone sky high. Where that tree change? Because first time I see that. That's so close. It affect me bad. Because see, I can't come out with do nothing. You understand? Then if I come out, I know the same water, I have to come out, go in, come out, go in, come out, go in. Miss my toonie hurt me. So with sake of where I walk in, walk out, it hurt my toonie. You understand? Then it hurt my throat. So I just need a help for, you know? I just need a help for that. I need a help.
Wallace told us that she tried to reach the area rep via phone and sent him a picture of her yard, but hasn't gotten any response. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
We reached out to the area representative, Cordell Hyde, who explained that he had missed her message earlier this week and he will reach out to her urgently to try and alleviate the situation. Meanwhile, a man who was shot 4 months ago has reportedly died. He is Earl Anderson, who was standing on the corner of Amandala Drive when he was targeted in early July. And police said he was shot because of a social media beef. Reports tell us that the 27-year-old Anderson died at his home this morning. He had been shot in the head and was considered lucky to have survived. Continuing with crime news, a series of robberies and shootings have occurred in both the Cayo and Orange Walk districts over the past 2 days. This morning, the Belize Marketing Development Corporation in Orange Walk was targeted as well. Police told us it was an efficient 2-man operation. Here's more.
On Friday, 7th November 2025 at approximately 10 o'clock a.m., acting upon information of a robbery, Orange Walk Police visited the Belize Marketing Board, which is located on San Lorenzo Road in Orange Walk Town, where they met and spoke with a cashier who reported that at some time after 9:30 a.m., a male person who was masked entered the establishment and he was armed with a weapon with which he made demands and took a black and color bag with an undisclosed amount of money being the property of the marketing board. The male person made good his escape with the assistance of another male person on a motorcycle. The investigators in Orange Walk have retrieved a number of video footages which are being reviewed, and it is believed that it will assist us in this investigation.
The robber reportedly made off with $20,000. And earlier this morning out in Bullet Tree, Cayo, another two-person robbery was orchestrated. But this one was a home invasion. And in this border-adjacent community, the robbers may have been after a 2013 Dodge pickup truck. ACP Smith told us more.
On Friday, November 7th at around 2:15 a.m., police responded to a report of an aggravated burglary on Guanabelly Road, Bullet Tree Village in the Cayo district. Police spoke to an occupant of the residence who stated that sometime after 2:00 a.m., when he was making his way into his residence, he was accosted by two male persons who forced him inside his home and subsequently restrained him and stole a number of items from him, which include a pickup truck, being a Dodge Ram with license plate C15217, valuing over $45,000. Upon learning of this incident, police put into place a number of operational efforts, and we have retrieved and are in the process of reviewing a number of video footages that we believe will assist us with this ongoing investigation.
Is there any clarity on if it was a robbery for the purpose of stealing the vehicle? We know that area is very close to Guatemala.
We have not been able to conclusively come down on a position. However, as you rightfully said, it is common for vehicle thefts in that area to be with a view of taking it across the border, and that is the reason why several operational efforts were put in place and are still underway. So we are conducting further operations in the area to see where the vehicle may now be stashed because of the efforts that we have made along the borderline.
And last night, police in Unitedville were called out to investigate a shooting. Kevin Trapp was arriving home when two men ambushed him. ACP Smith has more on this story.
Police are investigating a shooting incident that occurred on Thursday, 6 November 2025 at approximately 8:46 p.m. in Unitedville Village in the Cayo district. This shooting incident resulted in the injury of Kevin Trapp, a 38-year-old Belizean construction worker of that village. So far, what we know is that Trapp was on board his vehicle and near the community center in that area when he was fired upon by a male person, which resulted in the injury that he sustained. Police have detained one person of interest in relation to this incident and are following up on a number of investigative leads.
And now, turning from crime news to the environment. The National Sargassum Task Force has strengthened its ability to monitor and respond to the sargassum swarm that has been smothering Belize's coastline year after year. Well, today they received a drone, a laptop, and a sargassum forecasting tool. Jo Marie Lanza was there and has this story.
Belize now has in its hands a sargassum forecasting tool, a cutting-edge digital platform that will now be utilized under the Department of Environment by its Sargassum Task Force to track the movement of sargassum along Belize's coastline. Chief Met Officer Ronald Gordon explained how a tool like this can enhance their early warning capabilities.
It's not actually an equipment, but it's a modeling tool used to detect and predict the motion of sargassum. As many persons may be aware, we do issue a sargassum forecast. We are part of what we call the Sargassum Task Force, which includes not only the Met Service, but I believe the Fisheries Department. It includes the Department of the Environment, the Ministry of Tourism, and others. That task force has been in effect for several years now. And since it came into effect, our responsibility at the Met Service is to detect and predict sargassum in order for those areas that are going to be impacted to make some preparation. When we started this task, we didn't have much tool, or we didn't have a very, I would say, rudimentary tools to use. So our forecast was pretty much vague. What this tool is going to help us to do is be more precise in where the sargassum is, and help us to be able to be more precise in where we expect sargassum to affect the coastline.
And while Belize's beaches and coastal properties suffered greatly in the last 7 months because of the daily volume of sargassum, the tool comes along when the beaches have cleared.
From what I understand, it has decreased significantly since the peak around August or so. So we do know that sargassum is seasonal. So it tends to peak during the summer months and decrease during what we call our winter, which is December, January. So right now, although there is some small amounts still, they are not as big or as impactful as it was previously.
DOE's Deputy Chief Environmental Officer says it's better late than never.
It's not in its peak right now. Unfortunately, there is a process that we have to follow to be able to get the different equipment and tools. And we are fortunate that we got it. It's about time, because based on the information that we are getting from our regional partners, and I must say that Belize is ahead of everybody in the region with everything that we are doing in terms of sargassum management, that there is a changing pattern in terms of when shall we expect sargassum. The information that is coming to us is that we can start to expect sargassum arriving in the country as early as January. When we previously were saying that, the time was around March or so, no? And so with all of these different tools now, we are able to, now we could plan ahead of time and not get us by surprise. The Department of the Environment was the lead institution in developing the project concept through the Central American Commission on Environment and Development. We had initially developed the entire project components. We shared that along with the Ministry of Tourism and also the Ministry of Blue Economy and Marine Conservation. And based on their inputs, we made that submission to the Central American Commission on Environment, who approved the project. And the project is being funded by the government of Taiwan. We really appreciate that for the implementation of the project.
The total value of the tool is $190,000 USD and features 2 target components. One deals with sargassum and the other is aimed at reducing the pollution of single-use plastics and other waste. But 80% of the project is aimed at sargassum management.
The model covers the entire country, so we can see from north to south along the coastline, and it uses satellite imagery to sort of detect where sargassum is. And using computer models of ocean currents, it gives us an idea where those sargassum will go, and also gives us a timing where those sargassum mats will impact those areas. In addition to that, it gives an idea how big the mats are, what area, what volume it covers. So in other words, we can more or less give residents of those areas some time to prepare in advance of a sargassum inundation on the coastline.
Jo Marie Lanza, 7 News.
The donation was made possible through the Sika Azul project and support from Taiwan. But Belize, Mexico, and other Central American and Caribbean nations will need more than just tracking and monitoring tools if the 2026 sargassum swarm looks anything like what we saw in 2025. Up to July, over 37.5 million metric tons of sargassum had accumulated in the entire Atlantic region, which is 75% more than the previous record of 22 million tons in June of 2022. And it continued to pile up after July and has only recently subsided. Well, today we spoke to the executive director via Zoom from Riyadh, that is, where he is attending a tourism conference. He said this year's sargassum load did cause cancellations. Here's more.
How do you see it? the year that went, the losses or cancellations that occurred as a consequence of sargassum? And what can we do to mitigate that going forward?
Well, sargassum had a huge impact. Again, in the traveler coming in, hotels had a huge impact in losses, in terms of not only the reservations part of it, but also from their own um, assets that they had within their properties. I mean, the loss is quantifiable. Nonetheless, I think moving forward from there, I think that we are working very closely right now with Ministry of Tourism for us to be able to come up with a plan whereby um, we prepare ourselves from now. There is continuous dialogue, I can tell you, in terms of looking at a grander picture, in terms of how is it that we can collaborate again. Right now, the key here is collaboration between public and private sector. It has to happen. One cannot work without the other, and that's the reality of it. Private sector is the one who really pushes, and really is the money earner for the industry. And so there has to be an area whereby private sector sits at that table, for us to be able to have that collaboration at hand, for us to be able to discuss ways in which we can combat the impacts of sargassum on our tourism industry. Be it through getting waivers for members in the industry who already have machinery, who already have investments that they've made in terms of beach maintenance and cleanup, but also the opportunities that lie ahead where government can play a key role in terms of making greater investments for us to be able to mitigate the issues.
Will there be an emphasis on preemptive planning rather than reactive planning for the upcoming 2026 sargassum season? Because we know it will come.
No, absolutely. Like I said, I think the discussion has not stopped. We're definitely working hand in hand right now with Ministry of Tourism. I've had conversations with both CEO and Minister Malo in terms of, having an opportunity right now, like you said, a breathing window for us to really look at what has worked and what hasn't worked in this past year. But starting to prepare from now. If we don't prepare from now, we will be at the same point next year where we were fighting sargassum, trying to figure out how we're going to clean up, and being faced with the impact that the industry has in terms of, losing reservations and all that they lost within this past year.
But the next sargassum season is months away. What's happening right now are cancellations of the flights from U.S. airports. Last night, we told you about the anxiety about a bumpy start to Belize's tourism high season because of widespread flight cancellations in the U.S. That's a spin-off effect of the U.S. government shutdown, which is now in its 37th day. The cuts are being implemented to limit air traffic as the shutdown, now the longest in U.S. history, leaves air traffic controllers working without pay. According to the executive director of the BTIA, Belize will feel the effects of it.
In the near term, in the immediate short term, will it create a shortfall at the start of the high season?
Absolutely. I think that, it is unprecedented, but this significantly right now at the start of the high season, pretty much, it will definitely have an impact. It is really beyond our control in terms of what is going on in the US. We are hopeful that they would come to a resolution in terms of, passing on the spending bill that they have. But nonetheless, I think it will have an impact. And even for hoteliers, I think right now, even if they try to reach out and try to diversify, it's not an overnight thing at this point, no? Right now it is pretty much trying to see where we can mitigate the impact that we will have. Brace for it because we don't have any control over what is happening, but really look at it from a perspective whereby it gives us now the opportunity to realize that there is a need to diversify. We have Central America. I'm very much engaged in terms of really trying to get the whole regional integration on point, and really getting members to start to look outside of of the box pretty much, to avoid situations like these, as if the US sneezes, we catch the cold, kind of thing. And it does reflect right now, it's going to be very challenging for many hoteliers right now, in terms of, the impact that this will create, leading up to high season. I mean, we're really into high season as is. These cancellations right now, the furlough of workers in the airports in the US, all of this has and will have a direct impact, on our industry.
So far, indications are that international flights will not be affected by the cancellations. But when visitors do start pooling in for the high season, they will be recorded like never before. Over $2,000 in equipment was donated today to the Ministry of Immigration to expand the use of Belize's migration information and data analysis system at key entry points. The donation was made possible thanks to an international partnership between IOM and the European Union. Here are the highlights.
Today marks a really major step in Belize's journey to enhancing its migration system with the upgrading and expansion of IOM's MIDAS technology. This donation is over $200,000, and it's a part of the larger integrated border management effort under the EU Multi-Annual Indicative Program, Priority Area 2, which is for regional integration and border management. And we want to express our sincere thanks to the European Union for seeing IOM as a valued partner and for entrusting to us to deliver on this important investment.
Today's donation, 55 desktop computers, 3 servers, 12 rugged laptops, and server UPS units, is a second tranche of an earlier donation and more to come. These will replace all existing MIDAS workstations at the Philip Goldson International Airport, the Belize Western Border Station, and the Belize Northern Border Station and Southern Border Station. The upgrade is a significant step toward modernizing our border management infrastructure. This new equipment will greatly improve system performance, replacing aging hardware that has slowed the processing and created technical challenges. It will reduce downtime and maintenance costs, ensuring more reliable and continuous operations. It will also enhance data security and system integrity, allowing us to meet modern international standards.
The EU being a union of 27 countries, political and economic union, over the years there's been a lot of learning when it comes to establishing this common space, right, which is also a common space of movement of people and goods. So developing policies, regulations, took quite some time to develop a European integrated border management framework and policy. And I think because of the unique experience of the EU and the composition of many countries, this is really an area where I think we can pride ourselves to share some technical expertise that is important, and this is what we're going to be trying to do so in collaboration with IOM.
And just a quick correction, the equipment is at $200,000 and not $2,000. And there's still more news ahead. We'll catch up with the leaders of a new TikTok viral marketing trend in Belize. They're Asians who've embraced Belizean boldness. Also, the Salvation Army bells were ringing in downtown Belize City today. We'll take you there. Stay tuned.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
it like it's hot.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Hey, 06 para mañana.
89-23.
16. Ya gané con el 10, con el 50 y con el 03.
Bolido ahora es más fácil. Ahora puedes jugar tu número de la suerte con DigiWallet. Regístrate y deposita para comenzar. Descarga la aplicación de Bolido y elige DigiWallet como tu método de pago y cobro.
¡Ya gané!
Cuando enviamos dinero.
Con Bolido gané.
Cuando hacemos recargas.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Indian restaurant located at 148 Newton Barracks Road in Belize City, saying great authentic Indian cuisine. More space, a VIP area, and better ambience. Visit them at their new location or place your order via WhatsApp to 614-667. Restaurant. Come enjoy a true Indian experience.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
In an emergency, people may try to take advantage of a person at risk, including children and women. Avoid this from happening to your family members by practicing the following. Be aware of strangers offering to take your children away and promising to help you or your family. These offers are not always genuine, and a child could be at risk of violence, exploitation, or abuse. Make every effort to let your children know that they can tell you if something happens to them, and it doesn't matter who the person is, that you will listen and report it. Talk to your children and let them know that they should ask for help immediately if someone tries to touch them in an inappropriate way or make them feel uncomfortable. Report any negative behavior or conduct by anyone. By following these tips, you can ensure the safety of your family.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We continue our newscast with a police story. Police were called out to Dolphin Street near Rogers Stadium in Belize City today when shots rang out in the area. Reports on the scene indicated that a well-known police officer who lives in the area shot a man, causing non-fatal injuries. Police would not confirm this, though, only saying that there is a report that the police are investigating. However, the details are not available just yet. So at news time, we can confirm that shots were fired, likely by a police officer, but there is no confirmation that anyone was shot. Meanwhile, the Forest Department was at it again today, this time in Crooked Tree Village. Reports say Crooked Tree police intercepted a pickup truck carrying Tinta fence posts without a permit. Forestry was called in and we got video of when they were going through the logwood. The matter is still being investigated and a press release will be issued on Monday. The department has been visible and proactive on enhanced enforcement recently, scoring with a number of illegal logging busts. The public is urged to continue calling the hotline at 610-1524. That's 610-1524 if they see anything that looks illegal. Meanwhile, the appearance of an oil slick in the Placencia Lagoon earlier this week spurred howls of protest and accusation from the village's expatriate community. But the Department of the Environment has concluded that no source of the contamination can be determined. They told us today that what appears to be light fuel has now completely evaporated. They could not link it to any accidental spill by a member of the public. They also conducted tests on M&M hardware fuel tanks to monitor pressure and performance, evaluated their inventory, dug and searched for contamination of soil around the tanks, and nothing was found. The DOE says, quote, "We can definitively rule out the service station having a spill, as was alleged." And in other news, the Ministry of Home Affairs has released its list of public and bank holidays for 2026. And if you're a long weekend warrior, there's enough to be happy about, even if the lineup isn't quite as generous as before. There will be the standard 14 holidays next year, matching both 2024 and 2025, but only 6 of them will create long weekends. But there will be weekend holidays. In 2026, Emancipation Day and Boxing Day fall on Saturdays and will not be observed on the Monday. There will be plenty of Thursday holidays like New Year's Day and George Price Day in January, and the 10th of September and the 19th of November. The holidays that fall on a Monday to create those long weekends are National Heroes and Benefactors Day on March 9th, Easter Monday on April 6th, Independence Day on September 21st, and Indigenous Peoples Resistance Day on October 12th. And now, getting into the mood of Christmas around the city, Christmas decorations are slowly being put up, and the smell of ham is almost in the air. But what really indicates the start of Christmas season is the ringing of the Salvation Army kettlebells. Today, the annual kettlebell drive officially launched in Battlefield Park. Courtney Menzies was there and has this story.
Those bells signal the start of the Christmas season, and while the fortunate are already making lists and doing their Christmas budgets, many families are unable to afford to put that turkey dinner on the table and gifts under the tree. That's where the Salvation Army comes in. They've begun the annual kettle drive, and already they've got some donors.
I always hold the Salvation Army in very high esteem. I think it's an organization that goes out beyond the calling as they contribute to people who are in need, especially children and the elderly. Because we must remember that there are people during Christmas time who are without, and they're the ones who step up to the plate, and they have the drives for toys, for parties, so that children have a memorable childhood. When you hear those bells, it ushers in the Christmas season of giving, and you give from the heart.
As you can see, it is a joy. It is really love. So having kettle, launching today in Belize, it means love. It means compassion. You see hope, and you see children who are already happy because they believe Salvation Army will bring something to them.
Their goal is to raise $100,000, and they came pretty close last year. With that money, they will help thousands of families.
Last year, we at least 75%. Okay, we do our best, but I strongly believe this year we're going to make it because I want to make a history. All funds raised from the kettle, firstly, will stay right here in Belize, and we're going to support more than 800 children, sometimes go to 1,000 when we go to other communities. And not only that, we will give them toys, and we will provide Belize Christmas dinner to them. And we will provide for the elderly as well with a voucher, so that they will be able during the Christmas to go to buy the turkey and other stuff they need. And not only that, and we are planning as well to go to different communities like Joyville, Attiville, Mascal, so many places that we will go to deliver toys to those who are maybe less fortunate.
Angels song when the baby born. The angels song when the baby born. The angels song when the baby born. And the sleeping the name was Jesus. He comes from the glory. He comes from the glorious kingdom. He comes from the glory. He comes from the glorious kingdom.
Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
You can also donate via eCash or reach out to the Salvation Army at the following number, 227-3365. That's 227-3365, or visit their Regent Street headquarters. And once upon a time, not too long ago, in media advertising, you needed a big budget video ad with fancy 3D graphics to make an impression. Then, with the rise of Facebook and Instagram, it was an eye-catching flyer. Well, now, it's just TikTok, click, zap. Today, we looked at this viral social media marketing trend.
Let's get that right together. Have some fun and upload those 26-inch bicycle to $199.99.
It's the new trend in social media marketing. TikTok videos making catchy, funny sales prices to customers. Sasha from Love Lotus started with her hilarious videos, and now Handsome Harris from Downtown Plaza in My Care store with his distinctive dancing styles, straight from the junctions of Bollywood and Dangriga. He's trending now, and he told us it all started with his sister.
My sister work with me. That she say me, you do punta always. But why you waste your punta? You do in TikTok and you go it viral, and you do in promotion in business. So I do too. I see Sasa chain too, and I do punta right here, and people like my punta really.
You notice more people come and buy since you post more videos?
Yes, too much. When I make the perfume one before last week TikTok, the too much people come and he ask my name, where is handsome Harsh, and he buy perfume. The sale growth, my own sale growth too good.
You like punta?
I like punta too. If you want see, I show you again, no problem. I say people like, don't call me in the 19, my phone like, do I punta? I like it, this done.
And with the 19th coming, this Indian Belizean will continue to use his winding waist to entice shoppers. Clifford Mejia, 7 News.
You can find both of these viral stars and others all over TikTok. And finally tonight, the Luba Garifuna Museum is open for anyone to learn about the Garifuna culture, but especially in the month of November. The National Garifuna Council's former president explained that he's doing tours for students or any member of the public who wants to broaden their knowledge on the history and the contributions of the Garinagu. We visited the museum and spoke to him today in detail.
This is one stop when it comes to Garifuna. Everything is here. Yes, and it's very educational. Just a while ago, a class from ACC was here. Man, they were good. They asked questions, and I explained to them, and I gave them a tour of the museum. On Wednesday gone, this museum was 26 years old. 26 since we arrived here, since we celebrated here. Launched, yes. Good. And since then, we've been having visitors from Belize, Central America, Caribbean, and the whole world. Okay. People want to know about Garifuna and us Garinagu. So they come here and they get the information they need. One of the things we have is the Garifuna worldview. Ao boom, amurnu, awansamalo. I for you and you for me. Let's move forward together. That's one. That's a banner. And then the other banner is the one there with the 6 languages of Belize. Yes, and we were sharing that with the kids.
Great. He says one of the most important parts of preserving the culture is teaching the language. And that's exactly what he's doing with his 6-year-old grandson, who recited a poem in Garifuna today.
Amieg, in times to come, written by Andy Palacio. Kabafunasa anga wabute amieg. Kabafunasa ayanhan garnifuna numa amieg. Kabafunasa arumahan numa amieg. Kabafunasa adigger ha wow amieg. $100 reruho. $100 reruho. $100 reruho.
It's important that we keep the language alive because the language carries the culture. Once you lose the language, you also lose the culture. And sadly, that is what is happening with us. We are losing our language rapidly. However, there is hopes. National Garifuna Council have a Garifuna school in Dangriga, Gulisi Primary School, and they're making all their best there to revive the language, keep it going, and culture. As well as we have to commend Darius Avila with the Battle of the Drums. Yes, they have language is one of their focus, preservation of the language and the culture. And we're happy for that. We can only push hard, push more.
The museum is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that's all we have for you on 7 News on this Friday night. Thank you so much for watching. I am Miriam Abdul-Kawi. You can find a full transcript of the news at 7newsbelize.com and see the streaming video on our Facebook page. Have a good night and a great weekend, and join Indira Craig back here on Monday night. Have a good night, folks.